Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day!
There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and Go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. When these riders and ropers give it their best, we'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. 'Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah. Happy Hump Day, and welcome to the show. Of course, this is Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou right here on Tiki Man Radio. We are broadcasting live from the Legend Studio in, I almost said Harrison Bay, in Ottawa, Tennessee. And, of course, we are broadcasting on Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, and the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of our GTS Charters live cam. And, of course, our show is sponsored by JBL Travel Group, the Cruise Planners. They are your land and cruise experts. When planning your next getaway, call Joe Leo and his award-winning staff at JBL Travel Group at 732-831-5200. And, of course, GTS Charters and Outfitters in beautiful Key West, Florida. They are the premier charter service in Key West. When you down in Key West, make sure you get out on the water and experience everything that Key West really has to offer. For more information and to book charters, give them a call at 305-916-0990. And, of course, it wouldn't be B-Dawg and Lou without Lou in the house.
Hey, y'all, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good.
We've talked a little bit.
Yeah, you're back to being off work.
Yeah. So Uncle Alex is in the house.
Howdy.
So probably you had a nice week off last week.
Yeah, I did a lot.
Of course, we appreciate everybody. We announced on the show last week that there wasn't, or the week before, that there wasn't going to be a show last week, and it was my fault that I forgot to put out a post. I was up north spending time with family, and it just went past my mind. I realized it after way too late when I got a message from Moni going, no show. And I'm like, oh, I didn't do a post. My bad. The producer was
Didn't
on
get
me.
the memo?
So yeah, the producer was on me about it, but that's okay. She keeps me honest. But yeah, I was up north, spent some time with family, got to see all my parents, and got to see all the kids, all the grandkids, and made it back so that we could have a show this week. So, and then I guess burst your bubble. There won't be a show next week either.
We're just doing every other week.
We're just doing every other week at this point in time. I promise. I promise. After we skip the show next week, we will be back on a normal routine schedule.
And we've got quite a few artists that are scheduling to come in studio
Yes.
and be on video. So
Absolutely.
getting those lined back up again.
Absolutely. And plus, we're going to get, we have tons of interviews that we did
Yep.
during CMA Fest, and that the ones we don't get to on the show is what we're going to do is those weeks when we don't have in-studio guests, we're going to pull out and play one of those interviews.
That's right.
So that way you get to see them all.
Do what?
You can go back from last year.
So,
Oh yeah, we still have some from last year.
yeah.
Lord.
So we got tons of stuff that we can do that we're working on. You know, I've been on vacation, and I'm not going to lie, I've been on vacation.
Enjoy it.
Okay, I have not been doing much work. I haven't been here in the studio doing everything like I really had initially thought about. But I've been on vacation. Plus, things are getting busier with Party Dog Entertainment. We're booking gigs left and right.
Awesome.
Seems
Yeah.
like so. I'm doing a lot of work getting ready for those events as well. That's why we won't be here next week, because we'll be DJing the party there at the BAR, the Bodyguard Ambassador Retreat over in Memphis, Tennessee.
Should be the last.
So this will be
Yeah.
the last one over there in Memphis, should be. So then we'll have. Then we're just going to have to go to Panama City Beach.
Oh, break my
You know,
That would just be awful.
twist my arm.
just twist my arm to have to go down there to DJ a gig. You know.
I've not been there yet either.
Oh well. Hey, who we got to say hello to tonight?
We have lots of people out there tonight.
Wonderful.
So hello to Ed and Felicia.
Well, hello. A couple of the conductors on that peace train every Monday night right here on Tiki Man Radio.
Mr. Callie McCool is out there. He said, "What's up, B-Dawg? How's
Hey,
your
Mr.
summer
McCool.
vacay?"
West Coast.
I have been. I've been having. I've been enjoying it. This year it started off kind of soggy because we've had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
I haven't been out on the trail walking like I was. I'm still getting out there. I'm just not.
He's only doing 8 miles, not
Yeah,
11.
I've went from 10 to 15
It's
miles.
only been 100
I'm
degrees. for the
down to
last
I
3
know,
days.
right?
Yeah, yesterday it was 92 degrees, and I barely
Heat
made
index
8
of
mi-
105.
I made 8 miles yesterday. This morning,
Excuse me.
I left earlier, went out this morning, thought I'm gonna get an early head start.
You hit a wall.
It was more humid this morning than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So
That was me in Florida.
so I paced myself a little bit, and I only did 4 miles today, and I felt like I did 8.
Right.
Where's Callie off to for the summer?
Callie is going. He said he is. He went up to Lake Tahoe on the first day of summer, and it snowed there.
Dang.
Lake Tahoe is somewhere I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, people out west there, they got snow in June.
Yeah, they did.
That is just craziness.
They got.
I
a
drive a
lot.
Tahoe.
That's close. Callie also said that he is headed to Cozumel in a couple weeks.
Oh.
So he and Verona are
Very
talking
nice.
about contacts and where to stay and all of that. So hello to you.
If anybody
as well,
knows, it'd be
Verona.
Verona Corona.
got the
That is for
hookup,
sure.
yeah.
That's right. So Verona Corona, hello to you. Moni, hello to you as well.
Hello.
Our daughter Taylor is out there.
Hello, I got some time to spend with her. She made me a nice dinner, and we got to spend time. And,
I'm so glad.
And bless her heart, she has her hands full with
Little ones.
little ones.
Little devil.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she has a daughter Well, let's put it this way: the curse worked
Yes.
when we said, you know,
Wait till you have your own.
Yeah.
wait till you have your own, or
Wait for
one
it.
of
I
these
hope
days
your
you're
kid.
as bad as you were, and well, she got it.
Yeah.
So she has my daughter Everly
She has her little
is
pin.
very opinionated and very
She a Democrat.
Little stubborn.
very stubborn. So, but she's an absolute sweetheart, and you know,
course.
melts Grandpa's heart.
She's the sweetest little
yeah.
thing.
And then little Denver, he's just the sweetest
I
little
love
thing.
them too.
He
Yeah.
just goes with the flow right now. So
Oh yeah,
Wait
yeah.
for
Yeah.
it. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, the older one is like I guess the Tasmanian devil going through the house, tearing everything up.
Yeah. I was like,
He's the one
He's
going.
at that age.
this one's watching. It's like, I
Yes.
can do this too.
No, he's literally the one following behind her,
Oh, yeah.
picking the stuff up. So I'm like, alrighty then. So
There's always one of each.
little bro's watching out for the big sister. She's gonna throw everything. I'll catch it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
So-
There's always one on each side of the
Yeah.
spectrum there.
Too bad though. I think it's not gonna be. It won't take too long in life where he's gonna be much bigger than she is.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, because he is his daddy's twin.
Big brother.
They both
He's
have
gonna
a
be a big
mini
boy.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
Taylor's got mini me, and Austin has mini me. So, hello to Michelle, the ambassador, and the bodyguard.
Hello guys.
They are
Girlfriend.
on their way to Panama City Beach right now.
To close on that house. How about that?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys.
Send pic.
We are very excited for you.
Yes. And thank you for not moving to the other side of Panama City, because now we can just like have a block party when we
I know, right?
I know.
Thank you for not moving to Decatur.
Nobody wanted to go
Sorry,
to
right.
Decatur.
Yeah, just saying.
A big hello to CMSM. Hello out there to you. Let me see. Thanks for staying up with us over there.
Yes, absolutely.
Let me see here. Josh Clark, hello
Hey,
to
Josh.
you. He has him and Chelsea are out there on adventures. They just left the backside of. Hold on, I gotta.
Was Zion? Was he in Utah? I don't know where.
He is in. Well, they are in. I don't know how to say it. The Tetons.
Yeah.
Okay. The Grand Tetons.
Yes.
Grand Teton.
Yes.
They are out there. Their pictures are amazing. And
Wow.
I am so beyond jealous. Because as much as I love the beach, you know this, honey, at some point, I want to go west. At some point. And I found something on social media. It's like a highway that goes within like 10 state parks, within
Route
2 hours of
66?
10 state parks. No, it goes north to south. It goes from somewhere, wherever the sister wives are from.
Utah.
Yeah, it's somewhere
Yeah, I was
in.
gonna say.
No,
Mount
where's the-
Zion and all that. Utah.
Okay, for those of you who watch social media, and Alicia, if you're, or not social media,
I was gonna say.
Sister wives.
True TV, yeah, sister wives. So Alicia, if you're out there, tell me.
They're from Utah.
Yes, but they bought land.
Okay.
They bought land outside of Utah, and it's where they bought all the parcels, and they just had to sell it because they got divorced from each other. But anyways, so from there up to somewhere in Montana. Anyways, I got to
There
get
was
more
song
details.
somewhere
But
in Montana.
Well, I
yes,
can't-
there is a good song too.
Well, I can tell you, she says she wants all this stuff, right? She blew it. She literally.
Hello, Donna.
She literally blew it because, for those of you that may not know, here in August is our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Yes.
And, I asked her what she wants for her 10-year anniversary because we always take like a weekend trip.
He always takes me away.
We always go away on a little trip because we're both working during that time. So it's usually we leave on a Friday and come back on Sunday night.
Driving like hell.
And that's
Yeah,
what we
we
do.
do.
And it's
Yeah, you
normally
do.
it's normally a trip within just a few hours away. Somewhere that we're not spending our entire time driving. This year, I asked her what she wanted to do, and I kid you not, she
I'm
asked.
so low maintenance is sad.
She said, "I want to go camping."
in a tent.
In a tent. I want to go tent camping.
Yes.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yes, I
So,
do. Except I wanted to go out in the middle of the Smoky
And
Mountains.
did you go with Heather once?
I did.
Okay.
so instead we're gonna
I
go.
love it so much.
So we're gonna go tent camping at Harrison Bay instead.
Yes, because he's like, I'm not going out there.
I'm
where
not
the
going to go.
bears
I'm not
are."
go camping with no bears. Okay.
Is that bears here?
Yeah, I know, but and apparently, from what I just seen today, there's bears in Ohio.
Yes.
They-
the bears
they're
are in
moving.
Ohio.
They are moving into southern
this
Ohio,
construction
but
and everything else is
but yeah,
moving.
she could have told me she wanted to go just about anywhere, and she chose to go camping in a tent
Well, I
at Harrison Bay.
didn't choose Harrison Bay necessarily, but it works.
Who made the reservation?
I did.
Thank you.
But it was only, but it was, okay, so here's why.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Because, what did we say? Because it's close to home.
It's close to home.
And Daggett can come with us, but
We can bring him back
he's
home.
a puss.
Yeah.
And so he won't stay out there. So, we can run him
go
back.
get him and bring him back home. So yeah,
Donna Cummings thinks I'm nuts. Hello, Donna.
yes.
I am. I want to come up to your
Welcome to
place
the
too.
show.
She told me she was so excited to go tent camping. So
I am.
So for
I
our
love
10-year
it.
anniversary, we are going camping.
So who's got the tent?
We do.
Yeah, we do.
we actually own one.
Well, the kids bought it. Alicia and Zach bought it, and they've used it like 2 nights, I think.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right.
And then we set it up in the backyard and waterproofed it and did all that stuff to it, but it probably needs it again. But so here's the thing. So, yeah, Callie discovered resort life. He's not going back, he said.
Well, I used to camp in a 28-foot long camper that had all heating and air conditioning and TV and a
amenities.
stove
Yeah.
and and a nice queen size bed.
See,
And she doesn't
not that I
like
wouldn't
that.
like the air conditioning. That would be cool. But he won't buy me a camper. I got to settle for a tent. It'll be fine. But so, Taylor's not impressed.
Oh God, tent camping is horrid. Yes, I know.
But yeah, so see, the ambassador said I'll have fun. So here's what
She's
used
all
to
excited because she did buy some new cots.
I did, but they're uncomfortable as hell. So I just sent you 2 more that I really like.
No,
They're like Heather's.
We got the cots.
No,
we
Hippie
live
Chick's
with
got the
cot.
best cots ever.
But we.
I have a queen size blow up that's about 18 inches thick.
Oh, so do
we
we.
have one.
So do we. But she wanted these camping cots to go camping. So if you're going to rough it, you're going to rough it.
I will rough it.
There you go.
Cots, so you're in separate beds.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not that. We have,
What a way to spend an anniversary.
Yeah. Like, okay.
oh, Josh said they're going to be in Tippy's all week. Oh, I think
Nice.
that means tents all week. I love it.
Teepees.
Oh, TP's all week.
Teepees.
Oh, TP's.
TP,
My dog is TP.
a
Josh.
Native American tent.
Josh, I just, listen, now I'm getting even more jealous.
Well, can't put nothing in the corner.
Well, that's true. That's true. We do have a blow-up mattress, Taylor.
Yes, we do.
He might talk me into using it. We'll see. But see, here's
From the way it sounds, we will be using it since she's not impressed with the cots.
oh, listen, those cots. Anyway,
They're not
so
made to be comfortable.
no.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, see, when we
And I
went to
actually
buy
have an
them-
oversized one, and it's rated for 650-pound person.
So's ours.
You could probably both sleep on that thing.
See, ours is oversized too, and I
Yeah.
think that's. But I wanted the kind when we initially started talking about it. I was thinking of the ones like Hippie Chicks, and Verona, you can attest to this. I love the Hippie Chicks camping cots that she has
Well, you
because
should
they're on
too.
springs.
Yeah,
broken
and
in,
you
too.
should have
Yeah, and they're
known.
broken in and they're all comfy.
You should have known by the price you paid
I
that you
know.
was not getting that cot.
I know, I did know, but I was hoping. But anyways, it'll be fine. So
But they're very comfortable for whenever we have guests.
they are. Yeah. So yes, if you ever come stay with us, we have really comfortable.
Oh, I'm going to come
cots.
visit that day. Not staying.
It was comfy, wasn't it? So, but the cots that I sent you are on Marketplace, still in the plastic, never been used, just like Hippie Chicks. 2 for $100. That's a really good deal. Just saying.
Now you can resell them on Marketplace.
That's right.
Yeah.
Two for
Yeah.
a buck and a quarter.
Right now, I have a
$2 and a quarter.
That's a while ago.
I have a storage unit. I have a storage unit full of great ideas that she's had. You know, I got 2 twin bed frames in storage, and you know,
Now, the bed frames were not my fault.
yeah.
They weren't. They really were. No, they really
All right,
weren't.
moving along.
Yeah.
Let's move along.
Who else is
Taylor
chiming in?
said, remind me to stay in a hotel when I visit. No, see, you put the kids on the cots. That's what you do, Taylor. We'll give you the air mattress.
There you go.
Joy.
Hello to you too, Austin, and congratulations on the National Registry.
Did he take his test
He
and
did,
pass it?
and he passed.
Congratulations.
Yes, so
All right.
Austin is now nationally registered paramedic. Oh, jeez. Callie said last time he went camping, he pitched a 5-foot tent, but he's 5'11". So his head was sticking out, and the bears came by to sniff.
There you go.
Driving in a Miata.
Yeah, because initially she did. She wanted to go to the mountains of North Carolina and camp up there.
Exactly.
But I've already heard the stories
Yeah.
about, you know,
I wanted to go
the
up by
bears
where
and,
we went
and
with
that you
Hippie
have to
Chick.
lock everything in your car because of the bears.
Yeah.
And I'm
Break
like,
to get into the car.
yeah, and I'm like,
Out by Bryson City.
I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
talking to somebody who gets up multiple times a night just to go pee. I don't want to walk out of my tent and then look at a bear immediately as I'm trying to go the rest. You know, no. I want to go
Depends
where
what kind of bait you leave them. So
I want to
Right.
go
leave it hanging in
where
the
we
tree.
can relax.
It's an
Right.
education.
You know, I want to relax in camping. If I'm going to go tent camping, I want to relax. Not going to be on edge. I'm going to have a 1-ton bear come at me. You know
What
what
about
I'm
the
saying?
snakes?
So you had to ruin that, didn't you? Nah, I'm okay.
I'm never going camping.
I was a Boy Scout. I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I used to
was
hunt
a Cub
snakes,
Scout.
believe it or not.
Next.
I'm sorry.
Moving on.
Anyways,
Forget the armadillos.
I finally saw one. It was dead, but I finally
Yes.
saw a real
Well,
one.
it's usually roadkill.
Now, yes, I am more. I would be more interested in the glamping as well. I'm not gonna lie.
You can do that on
Go-
Montego.
Go find one of those yurts.
Yeah.
Go stay in a yurt.
I could do that
Yeah.
up in Canada, up in Alaska.
Oh, I was gonna say we could do it up on Mount Eagle Mountain. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
That's what I'm calling. I would be okay there too.
so overlooking the valley.
I
Yes.
got people there.
You got people there
I got people there.
with a yurt?
I used to live there. Well, I don't know about what the yurt.
Oh. You got somewhere I can
something
pitch a tent?
Probably at Dory's place.
See?
Just
Okay.
right across the street, she has this whole.
Moving on.
She does.
Yes.
Who else
Moving
we got?
on.
You got anybody else out
You.
there? Hello. You already
Can have
mentioned
insects
Donna. And
on them.
hello to the Panther.
Yes, hello to the Panther and to Bob. Boat and Bob.
Boat and Bob.
Boat and Bob. That's right.
What a life.
I know.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous of a lot of people
I am
tonight.
a little bit myself, yeah.
Are you?
Just a little.
Well, so never mind. I won't say that.
Uh-oh.
Somebody was selling a big old teepee. It looked like a yurt for $90 on Marketplace just now.
Yeah, just
saying.
moving along. You mention it. It will. You say it. It will come.
Where?
Okay.
No, it'll pop up on your newsfeed. That's what.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
this even popped up on Marketplace.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I do want to remind everybody real quick while we are, let me see, Daniel James, hello to you. Mr. Graham Andrews, hello
Hey,
to
buddy.
you as well.
Graham.
And Mr. Andrew Dean is out there. So hello and
hey.
congratulations on all your success.
Yeah.
I've been seeing his name everywhere on award nominations.
All the award nominations are
music.
coming out and new music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Mr. Daniel James. Did I mention Daniel?
Yeah.
And Mark Mulch. Hello
Hey, Mark.
to you.
Hey, Mark.
So the Tiki Man Radio Singer-Songwriter Showcase, Key West Bound, is back on this year, October 30th through November 1st.
Ooh, going to be during Halloween.
Yes,
It's
it
always been
is.
right there, right after fantasy.
Yeah, this year it hits during the showcase. How about that?
Our last room was glitter everywhere.
I tell you what, I am so upset that we can't go this year.
No.
Because you look at all the great acts that they got on the big stage throughout the event, and then now you're looking at the private rooms, and you got Mark Mulch, and it was just announced Darby Ledbetter's taking a day, and
Webb Dillard.
The ready room.
and then who was the third day?
I thought it was Mark, not Mark, but Darby.
Darby was the second day. Yeah, there's 3 days, I believe. But anyway, I'm just jealous that we can't be there. So.
I know,
Well, Tim
right?
Campbell's playing at the amphitheater.
Oh, how about that?
Nice.
Very nice.
Big ticket event.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, how about that?
I believe that is.
He's moving up in the
Halloween
world.
event.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, they're also going to be having Webb Dillard. He's going to be performing this year at the showcase on Halloween
Oh, very nice.
at noon. So they're starting Tiki Man, and I believe the ambassador, and everybody's starting to do the artist spotlight. So keep an eye out on Tiki Man Radio's Facebook page. Also keep an eye out on Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou to learn more about the artists that are going to be performing at Rick's Entertainment Complex on the Dirty Harry stage.
All right. Now, moving into the order of business is our second show on CMA Fest.
Yes.
CMA Fest, we had a great time at CMA Fest.
Jim Asbell.
And, Jim Asbell's playing. We had, it was just unbelievable what we were able to do this year, the amount of people that we got to talk to. And one of the people, we already told you that Lou has almost committed a felony now to network. No, I'm just joking. But she's taken her networking all to a whole new level. And
I'm doing reverse pickpocketing.
yeah, she's doing reverse pickpocketing. And he hasn't called. He hasn't called.
He hasn't called.
No, but it is what it is. But when you try to make a contact, she will do everything she can do to make a contact. And of course, when we talk about how she snuck a business card in the pocket of Mr. Brian Kelly, which of course used to be one half of Florida Georgia Line. Now he's out there on his own,
Making better music.
making better music. It depends upon what a lot of people didn't like Florida Georgia Line. Well,
I liked them, but I love what he's doing now.
but he is the Florida side of the whole Florida Georgia combo, and he's making some great coastal country music out there. And here's another one off his brand new album that he's released. It's called Palm Tree Country.
Well, I could use a proper vacation, a little proper plane destination, a little saltwater rehabilitation. Be good for my soul. So, honey, let's go. Take me to Palm Tree Country, out where it's always sunny, where the water meets the sand, your body meets the tan, and that oceanside breeze is where I wanna be. Take me to Palm Tree Country, take me to Palm Tree Country. I wanna swim up to a seat at a tiki bar, where there's a local strumming Buffett on an old guitar. Yeah, there's daiquiris and dosaikis and frozen Mars. Take me to Palm Tree Country, out where it's always sunny, where the water meets the sand, your body meets the tan, that oceanside breeze is where I wanna be. Take me to Palm Tree Country, take me to Palm Tree Country. Take me to palm tree country, out where it's always sunny, where the water meets the sand, your body meets the tan. That oceanside breeze is where I wanna be. Take me to palm tree country. 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 Never look back.
Hey y'all, this is Jay Allen. You're listening to Tropical Country on Tiki Man Radio. Keep listening. These guys rock. Let's go.
These early morning runs ain't working for me. Not a dip in the ice cold sea. We're building a campfire after dark. Well, I've tried it all, from counseling calls to hanging with old friends. One thing's for certain, yeah, I'm still hurting. So try me some tequila therapy. Cover up the hurt that you can't see. They're playing your song and I can't dance. Not saying I've earned a second chance. Yeah, I've been drinking from the bottom shelf. Good ain't good when I'm by myself. So pour it over as a life for me. My tequila therapy. To each their own, but when I leave home, you won't find me sipping on that whiskey chaser. 'Cause that won't erase you. Yeah, and as far as I can tell, you're doing well, fell in love with someone else. So I'll skip the beer and sit right here. 'Cause one thing's crystal clear, I found me some tequila therapy. Cover up the hurt that you can't see. They're playing your song and I can't dance. Not saying I've earned a second chance. Yeah, I've been drinking from the bottom shelf. Good ain't good when I'm by myself. So pour it over ice and life for me. My tequila therapy. I've been looking all night long, like the guy from a breakup song video. So I think it's time to roll and find me some tequila therapy to cover up the hurt that you can't see. They're playing your song and I can't dance. Not asking for a second chance. Yeah, I've been drinking from the bottom shelf. The good ain't good when I'm by myself. So pour it over ice and life for me. Oh, yeah, pour it over ice and life for me. My tequila therapy.
Tequila Therapy. And that's one Mr. Callum Kerr. And of course, we got stories about Callum Kerr. Of course, Lou has, well, you want to talk about networking. It was an individual that we weren't even, I don't even think, scheduled to interview.
No, sir.
But as soon as she saw him, she, well, immediately started drooling. And once she picked her tongue up off the ground, she decided, I'm going to go network and we're going to see if we can interview this guy. And of course,
In my defense, I had heard him sing and I had seen him act. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, hot dude, let's talk to him. I knew who he was.
no, your first comment to me was, he's hot.
Well, he is hot. But his name on the show that I saw him
Well, give you a little background on Callum Kerr, because she she doesn't watch TV. She watches TV on her phone so she can watch the abridged versions of shows. And somewhere along the line, she got hooked on a UK, I guess, a show in the UK, and that
It's a soap opera.
It's a soap opera in the UK that she got caught.
Hollyoaks.
And of course,
It's not on anymore. by the
Mr.
way.
Mr. Kerr was a one of the stars of this the show. He is an actor, a model, and now a country singer.
Yes.
And
He's from Scotland.
And he's from Scotland.
And he's got the accent.
So,
yes.
and of course, whenever they said, yeah, we'll come over and talk to you. As soon as he came over with that Scottish accent, and he goes, and he looks at her and says, "How you?"
Butter in his palm.
He says, "How you doing, darling?"
Oh.
She was just like,
Listen, it wasn't quite that bad.
Oh, well, it seems like it.
It was. It was.
Oh, it was.
It was pretty bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You're
But
entitled.
yeah.
yeah,
So she had a good interview
but I
with
got him a couple cute
You got a
blondes to
different
interview
hall
too.
pass?
But
Huh?
You got a different hall pass?
No,
no.
he's too accessible.
No.
I can't make him a hall pass.
Yes, because on top of us being able to interview him there, we talked to him, and we're actually in talks about him coming here.
Yeah.
So, and he was all on board with it. It's just trying to get
Scheduling, because
get
he's
the
filming.
scheduling.
He's filming in another show right
Yes,
now.
he's on another TV show.
Plus
Then you'll
he's-
have to make bangers
So-
and mash.
Huh?
Then you'll have to make bangers and mash, not cream chicken.
I'll make some. Yeah.
Yeah, so that may be, yeah. So Mr. Callum Kerr, he may come here, he may do a video interview, but we've talked to him that he is somehow going to make a live appearance somehow on the show. It's just getting the timing, like I said, he's back to on top of working on getting a full album release.
Awesome.
He's started filming a new TV show. For those of you who don't follow British soap operas, he was also on an American TV show called Monarch. So if you followed that show, he was on that as well. But great guy, and yes, has sounded like that Scottish accent.
Yeah.
It's not like he was talking to 007 right there.
But when he sings, you can't hear it.
No,
It's
he
amazing.
does. His pronunciation stuff when he sings, you don't hear it very slightly every once in a while, and it depends upon a word. But for the
Ozzy
most part,
Osbourne, you can't
Yeah.
understand
You
a damn
don't
word
hear
he
it.
says, but then it's
Yeah.
very enunciated.
so it was very very cool to get to meet him.
It was. We had a great time. Aw, Josh says you're a smooth operator, honey.
Huh?
Callie said he likes watching you run the show because you do it so smoothly. And Josh said, I've seen it live, Callie. He's a smooth operator. A smooth operator.
Now you're making me blush.
Bless you.
Yes, Josh.
He is.
I know, right? Josh, we wish you guys could have come with
I don't
us
take
too.
compliments well. So as I look, I'm a little depressed today because I was letting my
Oh, that was so funny.
I was letting my beard grow out for a while. I hadn't trimmed it up, and I decided today I was going to cut it real short. Well, I found out under that long dark hair.
Now,
is-
wait, first
is
you gotta
a
back up.
lot of gray.
The
a
thing
lot
is,
of gray.
he started.
Wear it
He
proudly.
Right. He did it
proudly.
because the other day he had let his beard grow, and his chin was gray, but the rest of it looked black.
Looked like I had ham hocks
So-
on the side of my face.
Yeah.
Lamb chops, the old lamb chop sideburns.
I don't remember what they're called. But yeah. So he kept talking about how every picture he takes, that's what it looked like because they're dark on the sides and white. So he decided he would, because he threatened to cut it all off. And I'm like, no, you can't, because he was going to do the porn stash again. I mean, no. So anyway, I told him he could do his goatee or, because I get to tell him what to do, whatever. But so I could try. So then I told him I like his beard when it's all trimmed up nice. So he thought, okay, I'll just trim it up nice. But
I'll
now
trim it
the
up
gray
really
all
short,
popped
and
out.
now it's all gray.
Yeah, well, they make men in.
That's what I keep telling him.
No,
Why
I'm not going to
some-
dye it.
I get
So-
shoe polish.
I'm not going to dye
Shoe
it. I'm gonna live with the gray, but yeah, it's right here. It's all
You earned it.
it's all gray
That's
now.
right.
Yeah, right there. It's all
He did her.
gray.
All right.
That's so sad.
Yeah, right there, too.
Well, this has been gray for a few years,
So
but
is mine.
but
I'm
it's
not
started.
blonde anymore.
It has started to come through, but yeah.
Yeah, mine too. But the more I try to dye mine, the redder it turns now. So
Hey, real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of people. I want to give a shout out to the folks up at Paradise North.
Yes.
They sent us a lovely letter and some stickers.
invited us to come up and say.
And invited us to come up and to visit them. So I got one of the stickers. It's on the fridge already over there. So, but I wanted this one so I could hold it up and say thank you to King David and for everything and sending us the nice sticker. We appreciate that.
And hopefully we can make it up.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to get some more
Jersey
stickers made.
Shore, right?
Huh?
Up in Jersey.
It's up in
Yeah.
upstate New York, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's up there somewhere.
never been up there, so it'll be interesting.
But he goes live on Facebook and Paradise North Facebook page, and he shows the prettiest sunsets up there over the ocean.
Yep, yep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you for that stuff. I'm not sure how he got our address, but I'm happy.
And ain't a secret, honey.
I don't know either.
Well, that's true.
Everything's on the internet.
I know.
All right.
We have real quick. We have quite a few birthdays.
Oh, we do.
We do.
Well, let's run through some birthdays,
Hold
shall
on,
we?
I gotta find them again.
Sure.
Facebook keeps changing things, you know.
Yeah.
So today, happy birthday to Mr. Harold Booth.
Yes.
Hey.
Mr. Boomer Blake, happy birthday to you.
Boomer too? Yeah.
Yep, Boomer too. Tiki Tony's, hello to you and happy birthday. Jim Gross, happy birthday to you. And then happy birthday to my nephew, Steven. His birthday was about 3 days ago, and I know there's a couple more.
I got a couple of them.
Okay.
One of them, one of my former coworkers, Mary G, Mama G, we always called her. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then coincidentally, her son Evan, that everybody calls called Evie. So
Oh, how cool.
he's his birthday was also, and I know we had anniversaries and all kinds of stuff too.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, and I thought I had them all in my phone, but I guess I do not. Hello to you, Mo. Mo's joining us.
Hey, Mo. Well, I need to play a video for all these people. So how about let's just go down here and how about this one?
Ain't no way I'm keeping quiet, not today. 'Cause I heard it's someone's birthday, and now we got to celebrate. So listen, you better get ready to party and dance till you feel unsteady with balloon bouquets, barbecue, and confetti. 'Cause you deserve everything. If I light too many candles, it's 'cause you live somewhere. If I sing this to a legend, it's 'cause you are one. You're a legend. One more candle still aglow, so let it blow, let's cut that cake. And when you smell that smoke, it's just the wishes that you make. Happy birthday. So just grab another slice and take a bite, make no mistake. 'Cause I wanna smell that smoke, so I'ma light it up, and then we'll blow it out. All those candles on your cake. Woo! Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to everybody out there who had a birthday this week.
Apparently, Mo was out there, and I did not see her earlier, but hello to you.
Hello to Mo.
Yeah, so sorry I missed you in the beginning. She's been there since the show started.
Well, how
and I
could
don't
you
know
miss
how I missed her name on there, so I'm
Put
so
your glasses
sorry,
on.
Mo. I know. That's probably what it is. No glasses. So Paradise North is in the Hamptons, in Long Island.
Mo? Okay. I said upstate
Sag
New York.
Harbor. You did say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it says right on there,
My
Sag
demographics.
Harbor,
Yeah,
right
no,
on the
It's
sticker.
my demographics.
Oh, it's out up where you were from?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and if we really
further
look,
north.
the coordinates is right on the sticker, too.
Right? Guess if we paid attention.
Yeah.
I paid attention.
Yeah.
But,
And you would have caught that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, growing right along with CMA Fest and keeping up with, all the artists that we talked to, one of the artists that, again, we had so many pop-up interviews that they weren't scheduled, but it was just their publicist or something said, hey, we do want to talk to this artist or whatever. And one of an artist who is a up-and-comer, who very young, 13 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Came talk to it. And I tell you what, she was all decked out in her country.
She did not look 13 years old.
No, number one, she did not look 13 at all. She didn't carry herself like a 13-year-old. Very, very mature, and did an interview like a pro.
Yeah.
And
Next Taylor Swift.
That's what we were
The
thinking, too, the
Swifties?
next Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
you never know. Of course, this girl was all jeans, boots, and cowboy hats, and
Yep.
so she's country. She was country for sure. And so we talked about her her young career so far. She is a singer and a songwriter, and of course, at 13 years old, what do you write about, and those kind of influences, and how do you at such a young age write music that can capture a wider audience that isn't necessarily a younger audience. And and she, just like most other artists out there, she relies on her own experiences and some of the subjects that matter that that she can write about as a kid, we can take along and as an adult and probably relate that very, very well. Or we can find ourselves as what we were when we were teenagers.
Oh, that's it.
And
Back
be
memory lane.
that
My
relative.
Little Pony, my sheep, whatever.
Yeah. So here's a young lady. Her name is Josie Saul, and her debut single is Fake Friends.
They only show up just to show you up, and you know what? They can all get trucked, 'cause I'm done with the dumb stuff. Leave 'em all in the dust. No, I can't trust family and your history. I ain't giving to friendship, so wasting my brain stem on no loser that ain't choosing, maybe winning. Since then, I've been making fake friends. If you ain't all in, then you all out of luck, and you can fall out the front seat of my truck. It's only right or dies, riding on my ride, 'cause my shotgun seat is for my foot of the kind. I ain't giving to friendship, so wasting my brain stem on no loser that ain't choosing, maybe winning. Since then, I've been making fake friends. I should've known it from the eyelash plastic on my boyfriend's mattress. I'm past it, but girl, you can kiss my back jean fabric. Giving to friendship, so wasting my brain stem on no loser that ain't choosing, maybe winning. Since then, I've been making fake friends.
Alexander Buddha. On Wednesday nights from 7 to 9, me and Old Silver like to ride into the sunset, listening to B-Dawg and Lou on Tropical Country, only on Tiki Man Radio. Yeah!
Hello, everyone. This is Ed the Train Man from Get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man. Join me and the Peace Train conductors every Monday, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Railroad Time, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Railroad Time. And we'll come to you live from the Paradise Way Tiki Bar Studios in Crown Point, Indiana. That's the Lakes of Four Seasons. And our show is about hippies, trains, trop rock, and, of course, our local music scene here in Northwest Indiana. My show is brought to you by JM Real Estate, the commercial real estate of the Florida Space Coast, and Better Call Becky, Better Homes and Gardens right here in Northwest Indiana. So get on the Peace Train, go all aboard on Tiki Man Radio.
Mr. Engineer, can you take me far away from Sometimes this crazy world feels dark. Silence so loud it wakes the dead. You light it up here in my arms. Guess you could say I'm glad we met. Oh, sunshine on me. Let me tell you, ain't no way to breathe. And one makes three. Oh, sunshine, make it all right. Tell me that you love me till the end of time. Sunshine, sunshine. I kept wondering when you drove, and I lost faith a time or two. They say you know when you know. Well, I knew the first time I saw you. Oh, sunshine on me. Let me tell you, ain't no way to breathe. And one makes three. Oh, sunshine, make it all right. Tell me that you love me till the end of time. Sunshine. I've been waiting on you, wondering when you'd show. And I'm glad you did, girl. You warming up my soul. Sunshine on me. Let me tell you, ain't no way to breathe. Sunshine, make it all right. Tell me that you love me till the end of time. Sunshine,
It's not far from
sunshine.
Sunshine. That is Tyler Booth.
What a pretty song. Uncle Alex and I were over here talking about Josie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Her,
That's why you didn't see me when I was like, hey,
Yeah.
mics are hot. Hello.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So.
yeah,
But I did not expect that voice to be like, wow.
to come out of that
Yeah, of a
little girl.
13-year-old girl.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, she really impressed us
Yeah.
when we got a chance to talk to her. Like I said, she very mature for a 13-year-old, and like I said,
Voice.
carries an interview,
Yeah,
and
the
she has that voice. I think she'll go far in the music industry. I really do, but you just never know. Like I said, the song we just had, Tyler Booth. Tyler, last year when we got to see him, he was a newly signed artist. And so, he had the bigger stage, the bigger production and everything. And then this year was like, we saw him and come to find out that he's back to being an independent artist. And it's just, the music industry, especially in Nashville, is such a fickle thing. You think you think you got a contract and everything is good, and you are on your way, and then just like
on your own,
and just overnight.
Yep.
It's just swept right out from underneath of you, and explained a little bit why we hadn't heard from Tyler, because he went back. He left Nashville, went back to home to Kentucky, and to kind of regroup. And now he's putting out. He put out "Sunshine," which is just an acoustic. He wanted to get some new music out there, so it's an acoustic song that was very well. But he to me, he puts on a great show.
He's amazing.
He reminds me of Toby Keith. If you want to see, that's what he reminds me of, his voice and how he is on stage. He is unapologetically who he is. That just reminds me of Toby Keith a lot. And hopefully that, he'll get back on track. And
I hope so, but
again,
he's gotten,
we
he
found
now
out-
is engaged and has a baby. And,
you don't have to ever have a record deal to make it big nowadays. So
That's
and
true.
We talked about that. So.
And there was something I see a lot with these independent artists, especially these younger folks that are, they're out chasing it in Nashville, and for them to get paraded around,
like Pretty Pony.
yeah, like a pony, around to the backstage, to do all these press events and things like that.
Right.
All of these PR folks, the cost that a lot of these young artists have to pay to have these PR people just amazes me. And there's just frankly a lot of people that don't have the money, or they save up the money and then they invest it all. And we all know it takes more than just a couple months. And so,
But unfortunately, you get 4 or 5 months into it, and now
they
you
run out of money.
You run out of money.
Pay
Yeah.
for studio time, record
Exactly.
time,
Right.
recording
Between-
time, and stuff like that. That's expensive.
between PR and studio, and
then you'd be at the Bluebird, and then I like that.
exactly, yeah.
And
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
You just have to be in the right place at the right time, and
And one thing for these artists now, that mainstream radio, terrestrial radio, is now picked up and start
Yes.
playing these independent artists, because they're recognizing that there's good music out there, there's great music out there,
Yep.
that is not necessarily coming from the major labels.
Right.
And so a lot of these stations now, all of a sudden, they'll hear these artists, so that now they're cherry picking these artists out of the independent realm, and and so you hear a lot of songs on the radio now, and you don't know when you're listening to mainstream radio that a lot of these artists that you're hearing are independent artists.
Yeah.
They're just lucky enough that they've gotten themselves, recognized. And one person that we got to meet, and we didn't get to do an interview with him, but we're in talks with them to be able to get them on the show, and that was Mr. Drew Baldridge.
every independent artist hero right now.
He, as a independent artist, he was the first independent artist ever to have a #1 hit on country radio.
Yep.
And of course, that's Somebody Else's Daughter, is the release that he put out, and once mainstream radio heard it, they started playing it. The more stations started playing it. Next thing you know, it charted, and then
Yeah.
because the song is so relatable.
It's home.
Oh,
it
yeah.
hits
That's what I'm
home.
saying, so
that-
it's like
that
I got
it-
2 girls, so I
yeah.
haven't heard the song. But
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
you should
So-
listen
Hit
to
home.
it.
Hey.
Yeah.
So the song skyrocketed until it hit #1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, as an independent artist with a #1 on the chart, you meet the guy, he is so I lost track of how many times he said thank you for playing his music.
He's humble.
Thank you for recognizing independent artists, and
Yep.
and that if it wouldn't be for independent stations and things like that put these mainstream radio stations don't just hear these. It's these independent stations that are putting it out there and hearing. These guys are hearing it and seeing it from other places, so that's why they pull it. And he goes, legitimately thanked us for recognizing his music and playing and putting music out there for all independent artists, and so that
It's still happening.
Yep, and it looks like he is on his way to maybe a second #1 hit, because his newest release that has come out, and it is called tough people.
Tornado tore through a Midwest town. Wasn't nothing in its path it didn't take down, except the Baptist church and a ball field. Then they rebuilt. Talk about tough people. She was 4 years old when they got the news. It was in her little lungs, it was stage 2. Mama spent every night by her bed, and Daddy shaved his head. Talk about tough people. There were plenty of times she could have gave up, but she did. Now she fought like hell till she rang that bell in Memphis. There's a whole lot of bad in the world out there. And it's hard to keep going when it don't seem fair. Keep on fighting when your back's against the wall. Keep on getting back up when you fall. Keep on keeping your head held high, 'cause I still believe hard work pays off, good beats evil, and tough times make tough people. It's a single mom working 2 jobs a day, and a farmer barely getting by needing rain. It's a grandma waiting tables working through the pain. It's a cop on a call running in gun drawn, 'cause the shooters in his schoolhouse hallway. There's a whole lot of bad in the world out there. And it's hard to keep going when it don't seem fair. Keep on fighting when your back's against the wall. Keep on getting back up when you fall. Keep on keeping your head held high, 'cause I still believe hard work pays off, good beats evil, and tough times make tough people. Oh, tough people. Yeah. He was dog tags, boots, and army green. Shipped off somewhere to keep us all free. Came back in a box with a flag on it. It's home, don't it? Talk about tough people. Man, talk about some tough people. There's a whole lot of bad in the world out there. And it's hard to keep going and it don't seem fair, but I still believe hard work pays off, good beats evil, and tough times make tough people. Yes, you'll make some tough people.
And now it is time for the award-winning JBL Travel Minute with Joe Leo, the JBL Travel Group. JBL Travel Group is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. You can reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. And now get ready to learn something new about travel. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group, a cruise planners franchise. Hey, good morning. Happy weekend. Today I want to talk about 7 things that you might regret on the days that your cruise ship is in port. This was an article that was recently published in one of our cruise magazines and had some really good information in it. Some of the points I probably touched on other episodes, but it's worth repeating. So there's 7 things. First one is not double checking the onboard time. Number 2 is not pre-booking tours and excursions. Number 3 is not being prepared, and I'll get into that a little later. Not setting an alarm to get up, and skipping that souvenir that you were eyeing at one of those ports, and staying on board or not staying on board when you're in a port, and last but not least, not trying the local food and drink. So let's dive right in. So first of all, not double checking the onboard times. You heard me say in the past, if you're not back on the ship in time, you're going to miss the boat. No pun intended. The onboard times are posted at the end of the gangway when you get off. They're also in the daily activity sheet. They might differ from the ones that you saw when you originally booked the cruise. So you have to make sure that you double check those onboard times, because if you miss that ship, you're looking at either getting to the next port or, at worst case scenario, getting yourself home. So that's very important for anybody that's going to be on a cruise. Not booking a tour and excursion. If you really have your heart set on doing something in a specific port, book that excursion right away. These excursions sell out. Now, a lot of times we like to wing it. I know I do it a lot of times because I don't really have anything specific I want to do. And then I'll wing it and hire a local taxi cab. But if there's something specific you want to do, like swimming with the pigs or swimming with the dolphins, or you want to go snorkeling off of St. Thomas, there's a limited amount of spaces, so you want to make sure that you book that far enough in advance or you may miss out on it. The other thing I said, number 3, was not being prepared. Make sure that you're ready with a bag when you're ready to get off the ship. 2 important things you must have with you is your room key card and an ID. 9 times out of 10, you don't have to get off with your passport, but at least your photo driver's license, because they're going to check as you're coming back on the ship. A, to make sure you're on that ship, so you need your key card, and B, that you are who you say you are, by having a photo ID. But make sure that you also have sunscreen, maybe a dry change of clothes, just in a little carry-on shoulder bag when you're there, so that if you go swimming, you're not sitting in a wet bathing suit riding back to the hotel in the bus. Also remember that sometimes the buses are air-conditioned, and because of the weather there, and because it's warm, sometimes the buses could be a little chilly, and the ladies especially, I know, like to carry a little sweater or a jacket. I always bring a poncho with me. One of those disposable fold-up ponchos. A lot of times they have them available as you're leaving the ship to go into port. And so if you don't have one, grab one. They're a couple dollars. Throw them in your backpack. And I also generally carry an umbrella, because you don't know if there's going to be a rainstorm that's going to happen in the middle of the day, and you're stuck out on the beach or something. So just make sure you're prepared and that you have stuff packed in that box, in that little bag. Also, a bottle of water. So the next thing is not setting your alarm. That was number 4. Not setting an alarm is really crucial if you are planning to go ashore and if you have an early morning excursion. So don't forget to set your alarm to make sure you're up in time so you can be down there for departure, because if you miss the excursion and the time and the meeting place, you actually have missed taking that trip, and you're not going to get your money back. So make sure that you do set an alarm. Remember to make sure, if you're using your phone, to make sure that your phone is set to the ship time, because a lot of times while you're sailing, you'll go ahead an hour or behind an hour, and your phone is not going to change times unless you're off of the airplane mode and on a Wi-Fi network in a local port. So you must go in and manually change that so that you're on the same time as the ship if you're going to use your phone to set the alarm. The next thing, number 5, was skipping that souvenir that you were looking at. A lot of times people go there, they see this souvenir, they really, really like it, but they think they're going to get it someplace else cheaper at another port, only to find out that that was really the only place that you could get it. Anyway, long story short, if you see something you really like, make sure that you grab it when you see it, if it's something you really want. Number 6 was staying on board or not staying on board. I know that sounds kind of contradictory, but there are times when you're going to want to get off the ship and explore a port, and there are times that you've been to that port already. There's really nothing you want to do there, so you don't want to get off. Personally, when I visit certain ports like Nassau, St. Thomas. I've been there so many times. I like to take advantage of that day and stay on the ship because the pool is empty to grab any seat you want. The spa is empty. I can go for a massage. I can go to the thermal spa. And it's kind of like having the ship to yourself. And you'll find there's a lot of other cruises that are going to do the same thing. So the decision is, do I stay on? Do I get off? If it's really a port you want to see, get off and enjoy yourself. And number 7, the last one, make sure when you get off the ship that you indulge and enjoy the local culture and the local foods and the local drinks. Now, if you have specific dietary restrictions or you're a very picky eater, then this might not be a great thing for you. But there are some local specialties that I'm sure you can find that you would like that is specific to that destination. Like if you go to San Juan, you have to try the rum. If you're in Barcelona in Spain, you want to try tapas. Or if you're in the Bahamas, you want to try conch, whether that's a conch fritter or whatever. But check out the local food and the drink. It's a great way to get yourself involved in the local culture and the experience. Anyway, this has been Joe Leo with this week's Travel Minute. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I look forward to talking to you real soon. Take care.
Thanks, Joe. You've been listening to the award-winning JBL Travel Minute with Joe Leo, winner of the 2024 Magellan Awards of Excellence. Each week, Joe takes you through the ins and outs of the travel industry. It gives you ideas about travel that you never even thought about. If you're looking to take a trip, book a cruise, or a special event, then reach out to Joe Leo at JBL Travel Group at 732-831-5200, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio.
Hey everybody, Tiki Man here. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you're enjoying the video. Do us a favor, hit the like button down there. Make sure you subscribe and you hit the little bell. That really does help us out tremendously and allows us to keep doing what we do here at Tiki Man Radio. Thanks for being a part of Tiki Man Radio. Back to the show.
Don't let another day. Don't let another day go by. You can drive through our hometown in 30 seconds flat. The more I see, the more I know I wanna live like that. Make memories in every town and get to sing our songs. We've got friends and family and faith to keep us strong. And sometimes late at night, I count the road signs passing by. And the faster that they come at me, the more I gotta try. Slow down, let go, breathe it in, go with the flow. Put a pause on one and all. Take the time to make that call. Break down that door, try to love a little more. And while you're learning how to fly, don't let another day go by. My head is full of questions, but there's one thing that I know. There's nothing like the taste of freedom on the open road. Our dreams are out there waiting and I wanna get there fast. But the journey up will by if I don't ease up on the gas. So lazy but I
rocking things out. That's our friends, American Blonde. Of course, we got to spend a little time with them while we was at CMA Fest.
Yes.
They were performed over at Mark Mulch's event at Pete and Terry's. And this time they had a third playing with them this year. So
yeah, they
had Tinka's husband playing.
Yeah, they did. They are such lovely people. They are just amazing and so talented. They are some of my favorite people in the world.
But they're both married now.
Yeah, they're both married now. Sorry, Uncle Alex.
Yeah, off the market. Sorry.
And yes, somebody said, yes, you're absolutely right, Mo. He did say swimming with the pigs.
He did.
Yes.
And so the ambassador, yes, he did say swimming with the pigs.
I
thought that was interesting. I thought it was he said something he didn't mean to say.
I've seen it. I've seen it where there's an island or something you can go to and swim with pigs.
Yes. Well, we need to tell Alicia that.
They're not it's not like boars, but they're pigs. I mean, they're big pigs.
I believe it's near the Bahamas.
Yeah, so Callie said he swam with the pigs in the Bahamas. So you're right, Uncle Alex.
There you go.
It was the Bahamas. And CMSM says their family has been to St. Thomas.
Wow.
That's one of the places that I would like to go.
Well, we're working on it.
I know.
One of these days.
I know. Listen, I finally made my called and got, as sad as this sounds, all of my marriage licenses and all that stuff, so that I can get my real ID.
Doesn't say real ID.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine who got married in, I don't know, another country, and she actually found a way. And you just go back to your maiden name and what you were born with.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So if you go back to your maiden name, you don't need all your...
Not all the
because they just have to trace
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You've got, your birth, original.
Oh, so if you match your birth certificate, you're good.
Yes.
See, listen, I had a little PTSD from, so today whenever I was calling, it has been, since I was married to Rachel's dad, 30
years ago.
30 years ago. So whenever I called, they're like, okay, so what year were you married? I'm like, oh, no.
I remember my first
Yeah, because they were like, okay, I need the date that you were married.
Right.
I'm like, I
got it
don't know.
tattooed, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I should have.
5/23/87. I was like, it's over here.
I didn't get mine tattooed on me.
Thank God.
Right. So then I'm like, okay, so, because I had to call the one. Well, then I was like, roundabouts 1996. They're like, well, we got somebody from 95. I'm like, that's it. So we got that one narrowed down. Then I called, and this is so sad, but then my second marriage, I couldn't remember which county we bought the marriage license in, whether it was the county that he was living in or the county that I was living in. So I tried the county I was in first. That wasn't it. So then I called his, and so then they did the same thing. So what is your wedding date? Oh no! I'm like, it's somewhere. So
it is kind of critical, but I was like,
at this point in time, I'm like, do you remember when we were married?
I was true town.
Roundabouts, yeah. So then
Here's a hint. It was 10 years ago.
Right.
What day?
Listen, at this point, I don't even know how old I am. Somebody asked me the other day how old I was. I'm like, I don't know. So we got that all taken care of. So they're in the mail. So I'll be able to get my real ID. So maybe I'll be able to at least fly.
After 20 years of it being a thing, as the Tiki Man would say, you finally...
And who else knew it was 20 years ago this talk started?
I didn't.
I did not either.
I heard it all in the C decade, the COVID decade. That was when I heard about it.
Yeah, that's when I started hearing about it too. But
I got mine.
The female that has the big problem. The male has no problem.
Yeah, guys have no issues. I had to
It's easy for us.
Yeah.
As the women say, life is just too easy for those guys.
Right.
So
just had that.
I got that speech today.
Oh,
from a woman.
I was gonna say it wasn't from me.
How life is just it's just too easy for a guy.
It was his work wife.
No, it was not. I went to the doctor today because everybody knows I had a history of kidney stones, so I have to go follow up every once in a while with the doctor.
Especially in his heat.
Right.
So the doctor, they decided they wanted to send me down for X-ray just to make sure that everything is good. So the woman that's laying there, she's like, "Yeah, here, kidney
Wait,
stone."
did you just say the woman that's laying there?
The woman that I was laying there, and the woman who was doing the X-ray.
Okay, just clarifying.
No, different. Never mind.
Yeah.
And
A different woman. Did you hear that?
Not saying nothing.
Anyway,
I know nothing.
she's just like, "Yeah, my husband says these kidney stones hurt," but she goes, "I told him until he squeezed the watermelon out his hoo-ha.
That's right.
That then we ain't got room to talk."
I've had kidney stones,
Yeah.
and if that, I do believe it was like an elephant stepping on it.
I have,
and I couldn't do a damn thing.
I have
but
spoke
dance.
to women. I've spoke to women who have given birth multiple times.
Yes.
Who have all said they would rather give birth than have a kidney stone.
Yes,
True
I've talked.
story.
So
True story.
that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, she was giving me that whole thing how life is just so easy for guys, and then and they have to go through labor and all that stuff. And I said, well, all I can tell you is when after I went through my kidney stones, I looked at my wife and said, "I'm sorry."
Right?
She found that quite humorous.
C-section's the way to go.
Yes, sir. Well, I want to give a great big shout out to Hannah, Ireland, Ben, and Faith.
Well, hey guys.
They are riding in the car with Josh and Chelsea. They're out there
hello.
on family
they're out there
vacation.
too.
So hello, guys.
All right, I gotta make it PG.
That's right. I don't know though. It's Josh.
Talking
I'm
about
pretty
this,
sure they've
well,
heard
talking about birth and this and that.
Like kid, they've heard worse.
it. Michelle said you're giving yourself away, honey.
How so?
Talking about the woman that was laying there.
I was laying there. The woman was talking to me. The whole process
we're
took
talking
like
about
5
what
minutes.
pops
All right.
I don't know that I would say that too many times. So,
Get your
you
mind
said
out of
it.
the gutter.
You said
We
it.
got children listening.
You said it.
They're teenagers.
That's right. So I got it while we're on the subject of Brian putting his foot in his mouth. So right before the show, I was in there laying down. Well, yesterday I tried to do the curly hair girl look. Yeah, I was the one laying
Now she's
down.
going to tell on herself.
Yeah.
Okay, before you do.
Right? So I get up to get ready. And just as I get up out of bed, Brian comes walking in, and I stand up. Well, apparently, I had a lot of product in my hair, right? So apparently, whenever I stood up, this y'all can't see, but like the right side of my head, just the top half, was sticking straight up.
It was flat as a pancake
And
and
the
sticking straight up.
Bottom half
Rhode Island red.
shoved against my head. Yes, and I did look pretty bad.
Yeah,
Not
she
gonna
had
lie.
bedhead bad.
But usually, he'll go, "Honey, you're looking a little rough." No, today he went, "Good God, woman, what happened to you?" And I was like, "Well, hello." So it
She
must have
didn't
been
look
pretty
Well, you
bad.
don't have much time between your nap and work.
She didn't look like that when she went in and laid down. That's all I can say.
Good God.
They got those new the chicken pluckers.
Yeah. So that was how I got greeted. Yes, Josh, I look like alfalfa.
Oh, it was worse than that.
It was worse than that.
It was worse than that.
It wasn't centered.
No.
I wasn't.
No,
there,
it was
but-
not centered. Who is that? So in one of the kids' cartoons, there used to be a dude. His face was green. He was real skinny. He wore a leather jacket. Was he in Hey Arnold?
I don't know.
Anyway, his hair. That's what his hair was doing.
thinking-
Oh, he
Straight
had,
up to the side.
he had a slanted mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. It was Hey Arnold.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, that's who I look like. It was bad.
You're still all aging yourselves.
Do what?
You're still all aging yourselves.
Yeah, I know.
That is like our kids' era. That wasn't ours.
No.
That was in the 90s. Those are cartoons in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's not, it wasn't ours. It just happened to be we had kids and,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You watch more of those shows than you do your own.
Yeah. That's when I realized I was no longer cool. So, back in the day, there was all those cassette tapes that had like the 102 children's songs or whatever on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wheels on the bus.
yes, that's the song too.
Earworm.
So when Rachel, this is before the other girls were born, when Rachel was a baby, one of my high school friends had a baby that was like 2 weeks older than Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
So and we lived by each other. So when the kids would fuss and get cranky, her and I would stick the kids in their car seats in the car, and we would play these kids tapes, and we would go cruise in town. So because
McDonald's got a comb.
yeah, so all the cool kids were jamming their rap songs and going around town waving and honking at each other. We had the wheels on the bus go round and round. And we were driving around town waving at everybody. Of course, we didn't have it up that loud.
Yeah,
so then this dude that she actually had a crush on him, but he was a cute dude. He comes, we pulled over because we saw him. So she's like, hey, pull over. So we did. So we pull over. He comes walking up to the car, and he gives us this really weird look. And we're like, we didn't realize the kids were asleep. Mm-hmm. They had fallen asleep, and we were still cruising town listening to the wheels on the bus go round and round while she's trying to flirt with this dude. It didn't work. He went back to his car. He was like, we're out.
Yeah. I do the same.
Well,
yeah.
It's been a proven fact that it was at Allison's wedding. We played Wheels on the Bus for Grayson because he was the ring bearer.
Right.
So we played Wheels on the Bus for him because he was out on the dance floor getting it. And let me tell you what, I don't know how many 20-some-year-olds we had out on the dance floor that was dancing to Wheels on the Bus. So, I come up, I got a special mix for it now. I got, Wheels on the Bus with a little backbeat. You can.
Yeah.
There you go. We got it.
The dance remix.
Bust a move. That's right. The dance remix of Wheels on the Bus.
Yeah, that's when I realized I was no longer cool. Whenever I was jamming to that song and the kids weren't even listening, they were snoozing.
That's funny.
I know.
We're friends.
Well, you want to talk about being cool? I don't think there's a cooler person on the face of the planet than our buddy Big Vinny.
Right?
Big Vinny is just like the coolest individual, and he keeps up on all of the, you want to talk about kids and all the changes and the slang and everything that to pick it up, and
yes.
He informed us that the new term is drip.
Oh yeah.
We didn't realize that drip.
Again, we're old. We didn't know.
Drip was a thing.
You don't want to have the drip.
That's what I always thought.
That'd be the dribble.
No. Yeah. Back in the day, you wanted to have the drip.
But the drip, and the drip is a good thing.
Well, Josh has his.
It was an STD.
Josh, I need to know. You've got the kids with you. Have they heard of an outfit or
getting your drip?
Having your drip.
Yeah.
The
clothes and stuff.
The look.
Is that truly a thing?
Yeah.
Because according to Big Vinny, the drip is a real thing. And there's no better place to get your drip than Walmart, because everybody goes to Walmart. Right?
Right.
Because, Walmart has everything that you need. And we laughed, we talked about it.
As much as I hate it.
He told us, he goes, I got a new song, and he goes, it's called Walmart Drip. And we're like, excuse us?
You can get a lot more at
Walmart. He goes, you can get everything you need at Walmart, and he says, you can get your drip. And we talked about that, and, it's just funny. He's just, like I said, he's a big teddy bear, and I said, what are you trying to do? Come up with a new Applebee's song like Applebee's, but now you're going to get, strike it big with the Walmart song, and he goes, that's the that's the money goal. He's right there.
I've been noticing
for Walmart to pick it up
on all of his social media. He's been posting clips of the song. He's been tagging Walmart.
He's been tagging Walmart. He's been doing music videos in Walmart. And everything.
Well, he is right, because Josh said that his daughter Hannah says yes. It's a middle school thing, the drip.
The drip.
It is a drip.
All right. Well, this goes out to all you middle schoolers. This is our buddy Big Vinny, and this is Walmart Drip.
Walmart drip, Walmart drip. Walmart drip, Walmart drip. Drip so strong you can call it a flex. It ain't a rollie on my wrist, baby, it's a Timex. $10 golf shirt made by Reebok. Belt buckle front tucked, even got the collar pop. 40 years old, but I'm looking retired. This Walmart drip got me looking straight fire. And my girl saying, oh, he's so sexy. Call me Walker Hayes, cause I'm feeling so fancy like Walmart drip, Walmart drip. From my head to my toes, got that Walmart drip, Walmart drip, Walmart drip. You can't get enough of that Walmart drip. A 65 looking fly and it's Walmart drip. You know we just stopped by for that Walmart script. He's got the grandkids for the weekend. Time to spend little twin. Talking charcoal, hot dogs, water hose, kiddie pool. Never buys name brand, only great value. It's his favorite spot, the one-stop shop. Cashier's calling him pop. So say what? Walmart drip, Walmart drip. From my head to my toes, got that Walmart drip. Walmart drip, Walmart drip. You can't get enough of that Walmart drip. One kid buckled in, one kid on her hip. She's putting miles on this buggy on this Walmart trip. She hits a toy aisle for that birthday gift. Now she's tapping on that iPhone grocery list. And she's a superhero when it comes to savings. Got them BOGO coupons, eggs and bacon. Blueberry more lips, perfect for kissing. A butterfly sundress, Jessica Simpson. That's Walmart drip, Walmart drip. From my head to my toes, got that Walmart drip, Walmart drip, Walmart drip. You can't get enough of that Walmart drip. Walmart drip, Walmart drip. From my head to my toes, got that Walmart drip, Walmart drip, Walmart drip. You can't get enough of that Walmart drip. Got the J. Paul W, Snoop Dogg, double smooth. Even Martha Stewart looking good in the kitchen. Walmart drip, Walmart drip. Overalls, work boots, straight blue collar. Every tool you need and it's all $1. If your kitchen needs a fixin', if you need a television, if you're hunting a fishing man, you can be a baller. Flowers for the missus, now she's giving you kisses. I think you need to take a listen to this Walmart tip. You'll be living and loving, wrapped in a hugging. You just can't get enough of that. Walmart drip, Walmart drip. From my head to my toes, got that Walmart drip, Walmart drip, Walmart drip. You can't get enough of that. Walmart drip, Walmart drip. From my head to my toes, got that Walmart drip, Walmart drip, Walmart drip. You can't get enough of that Walmart drip.
If you ain't listening to Tropical Country, you're wrong, son.
Just to show you up, and you know what? They cannot get trucked, 'cause I'm done with the dumb stuff. Leave 'em all in the dust. No, I can't trust family and
Uncle Alex loved it so much we had to play it again. Josie Sal, fake friends. He cannot believe that's the voice of a 13-year-old girl. So.
Hell no.
So we had to play it again to say, hey, here it is. So.
That's right. Well, she's going to be actually at Punta Gorda.
Yeah.
Fourth Fest.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
Far
then,
from Beth Travers and Englewood.
yeah. And then she's also going to be doing the Christmas tree lighting there in Punta Gorda as well. And she's playing the Field of Dreams Country Classic Music Festival this
Field
year.
of Dreams.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then she's also going to be opening up for Justin Moore and Mitchell Tenpenny. So
Wow. She's
on her way.
Already on her way. Those some big names that she's opening up for.
And she's been on stage with Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson.
Dang.
Riley Green.
Is this the female Joker's man?
Yeah, exactly.
She may be the hardest working girl in country music.
Exactly.
So,
Well, you know, you were talking about her being the next Taylor Swift. So speaking of Taylor, her and her man, that I'm sure everybody is tired of hearing about, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And so Kane Brown was at, I believe it was at Jason Aldean's bar this weekend.
Yeah, performing.
And they brought out Taylor Swift and Jason Kelce.
Yeah,
Came
and
out
she performed.
on stage, and she performed "Shake It Off" with Kane. And yeah, so it looks like they had a ball, and it was so funny because Kane said they kept advertising there was going to be a special guest there, and he thought it was him. Kane said, "I thought I was the special guest."
He didn't know.
No, he didn't know they were coming.
They were at one of the Panthers games during the championship.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think the third game or something like that.
Oh, wow.
That'd be the Florida Panthers hockey, honey.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't the football. That's cool. Well, yeah, they said he posted on his social media when you think you're the special guest, but you're not. And he's got a picture with him and Taylor and Jason. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, or Travis. Sorry, not Jason. So yeah, so I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
His brother Jason Kelce is cooler. Oh yeah,
Jason's his brother.
Jason is so funny. If y'all ever watch, if any of y'all watch podcasts at all, the podcast with Travis and Jason, and Jason is just freaking hysterical. He's so funny.
Yeah, initially I was never a big Travis fan, and this goes back before the Kansas City Chiefs. This goes back to when Travis played for the University of Cincinnati.
Oh.
So you didn't know he played for the University of Cincinnati. So he had a bad attitude and back then when he was in college. So I wasn't a big fan of him.
But didn't people say his brother had a bad attitude too? And he did. I mean,
no. Travis, I was the one that actually got kicked off the football team because his attitude was so bad. The coach actually kicked him off the team. And he had to learn some humility, and his brother is the one who fought to get him back.
Well, I hope he
team.
learned it.
So, you know,
Well,
he
Josh
probably
says,
is
"Go
a
Eagles."
He probably is a very nice guy.
millions
So,
of
you know. Yes, of course, go Eagles. They're he is
Fly,
a
Eagles,
Jason's
fly.
a big Eagles.
And everybody's liking your koozie, Uncle Alex.
The alien koozie.
Yeah, so Callie McCool noticed.
I keep propping it.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because I don't think that people can see certain, like his koozie's not that big, and like the refrigerator, the stickers,
People
but
can see
people
the
comment on the stickers all the time.
Yeah. So.
And Donna Cummings.
That's what a Jack Chastain.
Oh yeah, we got Zach Chastain.
Oh, very nice.
Zach's getting ready to come out with a new song, and it is fabulous. Donna Cummings said, "Thanks, I'm going to have that song in my head all night now."
The Walmart drip.
Let's go around.
Yeah, the
Walmart drip.
I said nobody is ever going to be able to go into Walmart again.
Well, I did not hear Route 66 or Faded Glory.
So, and
That's my drip.
But in case you didn't know, Big Vinny also wrote "Buffin' It" with Mr. Mark Mulch.
Oh, cool.
So
Yes.
there's the tie-in right there to all the trop country world and trop rock and all of that is Big Vinny. He helped write Buffin' It with Mark Mulch. Him and Mark have been friends for years. I said, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
That, we didn't even know.
Why they call
they'd
Nashville
connect, right?
biggest small
Yeah.
town?
Yep.
Huh?
So,
Wouldn't think they'd connect.
so,
Yeah, I
but
know.
we do have it on video evidence that I talked to Vinny. And we was talking about the fact that I'd written a song with Mark and worked with Mark. He had already known about it because him and Mark had already talked about it, and it is confirmed that at some point in time that the three of us will be writing another song together. So
Yay.
we'll have another Nashville song right. So
That's right.
but right
You
now
need to follow up on that, by the way.
Exactly.
Mark's working on. Mark's next goal is to work on the demo for the one that we wrote, and he has an idea for it. And then we come to find out that his idea just became a little bit more of a reality when Big Vinny got involved, and he goes, "Well, I know the person personally, so we'll just pitch it to him directly." So.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. More to come. Maybe. Hopefully, we'll
team.
see. But
Right.
we'll talk. Probably follow up with Mark up on that, and then
Josh
we'll
thinks that's
get
awesome.
that done. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
rush it.
maybe have. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a song cut. I don't know. It could happen.
Cool.
It'd be cool. But
Right?
but I had
We'll
some
have a
other
gold record up there on the wall.
Even
dreams.
if it's a 45.
I almost spit out my drink.
It'd be a cassette.
Speaking of that,
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
no, we saw the coolest thing. So Josh and the ambassador are loving that.
Yeah. So,
So speaking of cassette,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm getting really bad about shopping online, y'all. Anyway, so I was online
tell
looking
me
at stuff,
about
and they were selling an honest to goodness boom box that had the record player on top, the cassette tape, and the CD player with the radio all in one like boom box thing. Yes.
No 8-track.
No 8-track though, sorry. But it's coming back.
Yeah, I will
CDs.
tell you, that was one thing that I did while I was in Ohio. I
brand new.
spent my last day with Giraffe and JT and Grayson, and we went over to look at the Westerville, Ohio. I'd never been over there. I'm from Ohio, but you never, I guess, visit your backyard. I guess.
Yeah, we didn't know how many cool things were in
So-
Ohio till we left.
Exactly.
So
Right?
weird.
And that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm still exploring Tennessee, and I've been here 20 years. But
Yeah.
just like,
Well,
But,
good, I don't feel so bad then.
Found the store, and the storefront was kind of cool because it had like a lot of old retro stuff in it.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
just like, hey, let's just go in here. And this place had a full back room of nothing but 8 tracks, cassettes, records, and it was just like going back in the day. And
Yeah.
of course, I didn't walk out of there empty-handed. So
Listen.
back in the day, like when I was a little sprout, my grandma had I call it a step stool. It's a stool, but then it had like 2 steps that folded up underneath the stool, and you could pull it out, and you could step on, use it as a step
a
stool,
chair.
or you could use it as a stool to
it
sit
reached
on.
the potty or in the kitchen. So
Well, no, this is
went-
it's like
It's a taller one.
It's like a
the
like a
middle one?
table height bar stool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
That sat
underneath
by
has
the
the
phone on
steps.
the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has the stairs.
the steps come
had
out.
steps to pull out from underneath
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
My grandma had one when I was a kid, and of course that's what I had to sit in the corner on.
And see, for me, my great grandma had one, and she had 2. And my brother and I, when we would get to her house, there would be, of course, the full spread, on the table. And that's what my brother and I had to sit on when we were going to eat.
Oh, okay.
And so that's my dad.
It was a very small base.
Yes, my dad had one, or bought one, like a few years before he died, because he had seen one in a Finger Hut catalog or something, and it reminded him of his grandma, because he sat in the same chairs we did whenever he was little. And so, yeah.
So come to find out, so my grandma had one, her grandma had one, her mom and dad had one.
I had one.
So I was in this store, and I saw one, and it was the one of the originals.
It's not one of the
It's
new
not.
remakes.
It's not one of the newer remakes. Whatever. It is like
Real chrome,
the original, the real chrome,
Yes.
and everything on there. And I sent her a picture of it, and she's like, "Oh, cool." Well, it just happened to be the grandson Grayson. He wanted to climb up and sit on it, so he sat up on it, and he said, "Take my picture." So I took his picture of him sitting on this chair, and I sent it to her, and I got a 2-word text back. It said, "Buy it."
It was
What
so
color?
sweet.
What color was it?
It's red.
I was gonna say red.
It's
either
red.
red or
Yeah.
like white.
Yeah.
Well, and come to
And the seat even lifted up so you could.
Oh, see, ours,
way
these,
up.
This one
the
doesn't.
seat doesn't.
Yeah.
okay.
But
and funny as it was, I was talking to my dad
Red was
a
one.
few days later, and I was telling him the story about it and said, "Yeah, I ended up buying this chair," and he laughed and he goes, "My grandma had one." And he goes,
Yeah.
I said it when I was a kid. And I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It was red." And I'm like, I just bought a red stool that's identical to what
Use
you
it
had.
for
So
several years.
it's all of a sudden
yeah.
become a new family heirloom.
Yeah, yeah.
Because her brother got the one that her mom and dad had. So he has that one. So, yeah. So after all of that, we bought an old chair that is a new family heirloom. And it'll be passed down to somebody at some point in time.
tradition.
So,
Yep, new tradition.
which, I don't know if Grayson already claimed it because it was his chair. Because when I bought it, he goes, "What you doing in my chair, Papaw?" As I was carrying out the store. I don't know. He may have already claimed it. I don't know.
He did.
I don't know, but it's just seeing somebody sit in a chair.
Little things in life.
It just
Yep.
so I have a new chair sitting in the corner.
Yep, doesn't match anything in the house.
It
but that's
matches
okay.
nothing in the house. So
It's so funny. I think my my great grandma, the one of them that she had was pink, and I cannot remember what the color. I want to say it was like a green.
Ours was
But-
beige.
Yours was what?
Yellowish or harvest
Yellow.
gold. Harvest gold.
I bet
Harvest
that's what the
gold.
other one was. Yep. Josh says Chelsea likes shopping online, but hates when I get on Facebook Marketplace. Make
preach,
it make sense.
preach.
That's so funny. I never used to buy things
Josh
for myself.
Josh's grandma had one of those chairs too.
I know, isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Oh no, she had the boom box.
Oh, the boom box.
Yeah, she has the boom box. But yeah, Josh, so I never ever used to buy things, especially not for myself. I always bought stuff for everybody else. Mm-hmm. But lately I've been on a roll. And so, and especially like if I shop whenever like the Kohl's does like the double Kohl's cash, like I got girl math
Sucked in.
today.
Oh, yes. Girl math.
So
I had to call her out on her girl math.
So Brian was walking out the door today, and he's like, "We
You got a
another
delivery from
package."
Kohl's.
Oh, when I was getting the mail, there was a few packages.
Yeah. So
I didn't look at the sender, but
Poor Uncle Alex had to get some of our packages. Whatever. He was watching the dog, but yeah. So he brought it in, and I told him, I said, "But I got it for free."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "It only cost me $5."
And I said, "No, you said you got it for free." And she goes, "It did. I only had to pay $5."
operative word is
Yeah.
Girl math.
It was because I had 20. It was
that could be another song too.
30. Right.
Girl math.
It was okay. So it was originally $39, and it was on sale for like $29, and then I had
Double coupon.
no. It was on sale for $23, and then I had $20 in Kohl's cash, and then by the time tax and blah blah blah, so I only had to pay $5.
It was free.
It was free.
Yeah, that's what she said. It was free. And I said, no, it was $5.
So I gave him that. It was $5, but never mind the money I had to spend to get the $20 Kohl's
Exactly.
cash.
That's like, yeah, well,
I got the purse for free.
I'd rather have the gas.
Exactly. Hey, talk about going back in time. We did while we was at CMA Fest, got to interview a group. If you remember, we played the song Reason for a Rita. several times here on the show, and that's a band called Smithfield. It's a duo, and we got a chance to interview them and spend some time with them. And they told us about their brand new single that they came out with, and about growing up. We look back at the time of the Grand Ole Opry, and growing up and watching all the great stars that was on the Opry, and how there's a whole generation, and part of us too, because there's a lot of those legends that performed on the stage, the Grand Ole Opry, that we never had an opportunity to see in person or see live. And and you think about what happens when all of them go, and the question was does heaven have a Grand Ole Opry? And that's their new single.
George and Tammy singing matching rhinestone suits about that golden ring.
Lord, I miss Minnie Pearl, Loretta Lynn and Merle. I hope heaven has a Grand Ole Opry, where the cowboys and the angels go. 'Cause if heaven has a Grand Ole Opry, I bet it's one hell of a show. Yeah, I bet Johnny's up there somewhere making eyes at you. And when Patsy falls to pieces, there ain't a dry eye in the room. I hope Bill Monroe's mandolin still makes it wanna dance, and they still let a few singers that never got the chance. I hope heaven has a Grand Ole Opry, where families gather round the radio. 'Cause if heaven has a Grand Ole Opry, I bet it's one hell of a show. Charlie Brown and Conway Twitty, Kenny Wells and Keith Whitley, and little Jimmy's up there standing tall. Come on, come on. I hope heaven has a Grand Ole Opry, and there's a seat for me in that front row. 'Cause if heaven has a Grand Ole Opry, I bet it's one hell of a show. I hope heaven has a Grand Ole Opry.
Wednesday night, listening to B-Dawg and Lou. First time listener, permanent listener. The show is wicked awesome.
Very young at 21, got the mortgage, a dog, and the dream. It's been years of tears, and I'm still here, waiting on what's supposed to be. My best life as a good wife, where did it go wrong? In the driveway, calling my name, that silver lining all along. You keep the house, I'll take the trailer. Honey, I'm out, saying see you later. This domestic scene, it ain't for me. I'd rather get hitched to a rolling stream. You keep the house, I never 65, grab the vinyl, my heels in the wine. I leave the weight machine and the supersized screen where your lazy boy can recline. Into your beer cans and a lava lamp and the Xbox you can't let go. Hook the truck up before you wake up. By the time I hit the road, you keep the house, I'll take the trailer. Honey, I'm out, saying see you later. This domestic scene, it ain't for me. I'd rather get hitched to a older stream. You keep the house, I never like the neighbors. I'll take the trailer. By the time the sun will rise, you'll realize I'm gone. Don't look for me, I'd rather be a gypsy on my own. You keep the house. Honey, I'm out. See you later. You keep the house. I'll take the trailer. Honey, I'm out. Saying see you later. This domestic scene, it ain't for me. I'd rather get hitched to a older stream. You keep the house, I never like the neighbors. Yeah, you keep the house, I never like the neighbors. I'll take the trailer. I'll take the trailer. I'll take the trailer. I'll take the trailer. See you later. I'll take the trailer.
Here's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Sundays, it's The Big Show. Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time. Streaming live on the Cammy's Grammy Live Cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios in Harrison Bay. Come over and be part of the show. After The Big Show, it's Tuesday on the Island Replay with B-Man and Michelle. Recorded live from Key West. Later that afternoon, it's 5 o'clock somewhere with Rick the Stick. You never know where he's going to pop up. On the Road with Rick the Stick, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Island Time every Sunday. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m., get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man, live from Crown Point, Indiana. Tuesday at noon, it's Surfs Up with Callie McCool and the student crew. Tiki Man Radio's internship from Antioch High School in California. The kids are learning how to produce and do their own show. Compliments of Tiki Man Radio. It's the Lunchbox Special with Surfs Up every Tuesday at noon Eastern Island Time. Wednesdays, it's Where the Boots Meet the Beach with Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou, streaming live on the GTS Live Cam from the Legends Studio in HUUUMMPP, Tennessee from 7 to 9 p.m. Friday, starting at 7 p.m., it's Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, live every Friday, having some fun with their friends and sharing great music. Saturdays, take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings starting at midnight and going to noon. This is where we open up the massive archives of the radio station and take you back to that old shaggin' music. That's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Make sure you tune into all these great shows and keep listening to Tiki Man Radio and have some fun.
That's right. Have some fun. And of course, I believe the kids are on vacation, so I don't believe there is a Surf's Up. I haven't got the newest updated programming right there, but we'll work on that. But I believe the kids are all on vacation, so hopefully, and Kelly McCool's enjoying himself, so that is good. Before that, I'll take the trailer. That is the Heels. That is a trio that we got to. I guess we can call them friends now because we got to spend a lot of time with them, and they are kind of a Wilson Phillips, Shadazy, kind of all rolled up into one.
I think they're a lot of fun.
They are fun. They have fantastic harmonies, and yeah, they sound like that live.
Yeah,
their harmonies are like that live. That's not a studio trick right there. They really do sound that good, and they're just fantastic human beings, very talented songwriters as well.
Yeah, super nice girls.
And of course, they've been writing with our friend Matt. Ken Fawson too.
Yep.
Cool.
And he was on his way home from Nashville today. He just spent the last few days writing with Danielle Peck, if anybody remembers her. She's from our hometown. But,
yep.
Chicago.
Coshocton.
Still trying to pronounce.
Coshocton. ton.
That's right. It was so funny. Speaking of that, so today, whenever I had to call up there to try to get one of the marriage licenses, I had to give them my address so that they could mail it back down here. Oh Lord! I said Ottawa.
They're like, say what? Huh?
Like what?
Like what?
You thought Coshocton was bad.
I got Ottawa down because of Heather, but
Yeah. Well, you should have seen us when we first got here trying to pronounce Ottawa, and we were trying so hard for every pronunciation.
Is it Ottawa or Ottawa, or and then we found out it's Ottawa.
And the Ocoee, we were trying to pronounce Ocoee. We didn't know how to say that either.
Uchi and Usi and OC and
And Taylor, if Taylor's still out there, she calls Chattanooga.
She called Chattanooga Chattahoochee for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
We're like, there's not even an H in it. She goes, I don't care.
There is an H, but
well, yeah, that's
not at the end.
Yeah. She's like, it's Chattahoochee. That's why I'm just going to call it Chattahoochee.
Okay. So we've called it that forever. Yeah. All these Indian names are so interesting to me. And it's funny because where we come from, they're all Indian names, like Janaten Hutton and Coshocton, and so we come down here to another Indian Indian name.
They were
place.
here way before.
Exactly, yeah.
Areas like Wapakoneta.
Yeah. Yeah, Wapakoneta.
And then you got come on, Leah.
Oh my! Well, just like that, it's the end of the show. How about that? It's amazing how inappropriate things happen right at the end of the show. That's just like that's the.
It's like he holds it in all the
He's
whole
like,
2
I
hours.
just
Wait for it.
I can't do it anymore. Just got to let it go.
You got that right, Josh?
Well, is there any last remarks or anything you want to say before we go?
Verona says that they have Indian names up there too. Okay, I don't even know. Wabashine and Penatanguishene.
Yeah.
I know that's probably not right, but anyway. Yeah, so it's
Alrighty.
not just us. Apparently they were in Canada too.
No, they were.
They were everywhere.
They were everywhere.
They were everywhere.
It belonged to them long before us.
That's right.
All righty. So no, I don't have any words of wisdom. Sorry, squirrel. But I do want to tell everybody have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we will be back in 2 weeks.
That's right. There will be no show next week. We will be on the road traveling over westward to the BAR for the Bodyguard and Ambassadors Retreat for the big 4th of July party that they have over there. Party Dog Entertainment. We're going to be providing the musical soundtrack for that event, and we're so excited. It's our second year third year that we've been to the party, second year that we were been asked to DJ it, so we are ecstatic about that. And so, I knew the one year we did the show from the BAR. However, this week on Wednesday, it'll actually be the travel day where we get to get there. Yeah. So that way,
6 hour, right?
Yeah. So we won't be
it's about
having
6
show.
hours from here.
Yep.
So we want everybody to have a happy and safe Independence Day. However you decide to celebrate, if it's just eat and remember, keep all your fingers in your toes if you're going to go mess with the fireworks and things like that.
No
But,
drunk fireworks.
Nope. I wouldn't advise that. Hurts a little less, but you bleed a little more. I'm just saying. I've seen that from experience. Just like us Uncle Alex. You don't want you want all your fingers in your toes.
It was not 4th of July. Just saying.
But yeah, we will be back in 2 weeks, and then I promise you, we should be back on a normal routine schedule with a show every week. And so what we're going to do before is we have all of these interviews that we've done. We're going to start breaking them up and play them each week. We'll play one, maybe two of the interviews because they're all very short this year.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that it seemed like the artists, they were all like in and out. They had so many of them booked that, we're talking 5-minute interviews. So you got what information you could get, and then boom, they were on their way. So if you got more than 10 minutes, you were doing very, very well. Yeah. So we're going to play those and all of that coming up in the future shows, as well as having a lot of a lot, hopefully, live guests here in the studio and or on video.
Looking forward to it.
We are trying to get as many people here in the studio as we possibly can. But until then, I guess we will be seeing you all in 2 weeks. Have a safe and happy holiday. And take care and be nice to each other. See you guys.
It's been a lot of fun, but the set list is all done. The night was very loud and you've been a good crowd, but you know it's time to run. You've all been very kind, thank you for your time. You put me to the test as I try to address all of your requests for the night. As we look to the moon and the managers put a call. Well, I don't ever want to end, but for now, my friends, last song, last call. A spirit with his clientele, and the drinks are flowing well. A beer sent from the bar and a healthy tip jar. A handsome tunes that I can sell. It's been a cool run, but it's ending too soon. And they remember to tip the bartender as they surrender to the tab. And they lip sync to the lyrics that they used to recall. Anytime I gotta say those words, oh no, last song, last call. Some came as ones and left by twos. Some still are dancing in their shoes. I break down the gear as we wind it up here. After the last song that I choose, it's the last right near closing time. The final round chord as I strum the last chords, and the guitar returns to the case. Needless to say, it was a pleasure to play for you all. Here's to toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call. Here's a toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call.